our first speaker this evening. Miko Collins is a native Washingtonian with a calling for public service and the empowerment of youth through mentorship and spoken word. Her grounding and values were formed in the diverse culture of Washington, D.C., and her leadership was forged during her years as an Army non-commissioned officer. She is currently enrolled in the Georgetown Executive Masters in Leadership Program. And with that, I present Miko Collins.
I'm bleeding. Can't you see the stains? My daddy's blues are suffocating my veins. I try to refrain from this toxic strain of smoke, but these are my daddy's blues that's infiltrating my soul, that's got me spiraling down cancerous holes. I hold on to hope that one day these blues will stray, but they never do. You see, I'm a glass half full kind of girl. I gotta believe the hype. Society, trite. And daddy, he's out again, but ain't never gonna be right. I write this poetic prose for those who hold up their nose. I mean, the establishment's kind of old. How can a halfway house ever make my daddy whole? I'm choking. Can't you see my face turning blue and my daddy's blues are still sifting through? I had to be a superhero for my daddy since I was like 10, but now I'm tired of this play, make pretend I don't know. Maybe my daddy did what he did because he simply didn't have any ends, or perhaps he just got involved with the wrong group of friends. But all I know now is that the lawyer's high sedition and judge's recommendation, incarceration, drug rehabilitation, incarceration. As he pontificates, Miss Reed is for the good of mankind, the good of mankind. Well, mankind, my daddy's getting old, and maybe one day he's gonna die living in a hole, but right now, I got my daddy's soul. Gotta be his mouthpiece, gotta step in his shoes, gonna put on my suit of armor and take on my daddy's blues. These are my daddy's blues. I write for every little girl that's ever cried herself to sleep at night. Black, yellow, and white. Eyes wide shut, souls wide awake, clutching their little chests, pondering their daddy's fate. Because here's a flash of news. Drug rehabilitation is not synonymous. I'm going to say it again. Drug rehabilitation is not synonymous with incarceration. And these are my daddy's blues. These are my daddy's blues. So when I would perform that, I would wait to hear some snaps at the end or something. Well, no. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? But I would wait to hear that, or I would wait to hear the in the portrait world, that means, okay, yeah, great job. We can move on to the next piece. But as I was told several times by my friends and family, Miko, this is not a poetry slam. This is not a poetry event. This is a speech, and you're going to have to write a speech. So, okay. I have one confession. First of all, my name is Miko Collins. I'm honored to be able to speak in front of you all on a topic once I was lost. # exceeded expectations. Thank you very much. I will tell you one thing. I figured out why it is difficult for me to write speeches, maybe because I can't say the word, but I figured out why it was kind of difficult, because writing a speech and talking to someone, for me, puts me in a state of vulnerability. I feel quite vulnerable talking to you one-on-one about my life, telling you the intricate details and everything. But when I tell my life in a poem, I feel like I'm hiding behind something. And what I have learned from these 7 months in the Executive Master's Program is that you can't hide. You have to be authentic. To be authentic, you have to be seen, and you have to show up as you are. And so here I am, showing up as I am with a speech that I am trembling on the inside, but I'm going to be tough on the outside, and I'm going to get started, okay? So